Number 23, I think. Hello, guys. What's going on? It's another account review. Oh my god. Anyways, let's getting right into it. We got Mr. 2017 here. I think the first Fallen Wings was like October, I think, like the beginning of October. So about 2 months late from initial release, but it's still old player regardless. Old player, old player, old player. Let's look at characters as of right now. Judging from this, I see quite a good amount of skins. Not a lot, so probably like a mid-tier, not mid, probably like a low to mid-tier spender, such as myself. But let's look at the skin choice. Also, excuse me, these pictures are very wide, so I assume it's on tablet. So if you guys have hard time seeing, it's my bad, but yeah. 382 dog space, so that's from guild stuff. I don't really farm hard all, not all in on getting collection. I mean, that's a fair take. That's a fair take. But 360 dog space though is very tight for me. Even if I don't collect, very tight. All right, let's look at skins. Any skins that I'm interested in that people rarely really buy? Not really, no. I think most of these skins are kind of upside. I think that U10 skin is kind of or a U110 skin is pretty rare. Any other rare skins here that not a lot of people likes to buy? I don't see any. I don't see any. So, judging my skin takes, let's look what we got here. I have Baltimore, Odin, Cleveland, JB, Monty, Reno, Enterprise. So I'm gonna tell you as a rate off the bat. I can tell this guy probably really likes the Eagle Union 4 faction because most of the Eagle Union ships in here have skins. Now I do see some off ones like Tirpitz, St. Louis. And they have some skins here that aren't USS related, Monarch as well. So it's not bad. Oh, we got the Peter skin too. Oh man, the Coomer Bates feels bad, man, but it's a good skin though. I do like the hats. Wait, are you a hat guy just like me? I see Monarch's hat skin. I see Peter Strasser's hat skin. I see Surkov's hat skin. And where's Richelieu? Richelieu hat skin. Oh my god, we got all the hats here. Are there any other hats? No, you missed the Reno one. The Reno one has a hat one too, but I think you already got this one, so it's kind of whatever. But hat skins. I see a lot of hat skins. I like it because I'm also a hat man myself. I do love the hat skins. They're very nice. How to level subs fast? You don't. Dorm them. Get them to 90 affinity. Dorm them and just ignore them. Leave them there. I wouldn't waste my time farming subs to 120 though, because it costs a lot of oil. It costs a lot of oil for something that's pretty optional. The scenarios where you need subs, you don't really need subs because even if it's for like hard fights, like OS things, you can just use 2 fleets. It's not that big of a deal. I wouldn't worry about subs that much. That's why I just dorm them, throw them in there, and ignore them. Leave them there until they're 120. Take them out, use them if you want to, and then do whatever. That's what I did. I have like 4 subs right now at 120. I dormed all of them. I never used them once for actual combat, for EXP at least, except like maybe like my first World 13 clear, but that's pretty much it. All right, ships here. I think I talked about all the ones I want to talk. There's a lot of 100s here, but I would worry about the 120s as of right now. Always worry about the 120s, guys. The 100s are nice and all, but always think for the future. Worry about the 120s and whatnot. I will say this though. This person said they didn't focus on cats too much, which is a shame, and I'm really disappointed because I believe everyone in here should be working on cats eventually after the things about the OS though. But if you don't care about OS, then I guess that's fine. But I would worry about cats though. Cats are important as well. Anyways, let's talk about gear now. Submarines stuff, or the torpedo oxys are good amount. Anything else I want to talk about? Now, I'm not going to talk about every one and last these things, but I'll talk about most of them. This was posted about 3 months ago, so I hope you got more Corsairs because you want to at least have a good amount for all your carriers. So I say definitely get more Corsairs unless you want to make like Tiger Cats or the other one, Sea Hornets, but to make Sea Hornets is expensive. Good amount of Corsairs though, but I would say get more. Gold fire control raiders. I'm not sure if you're working on PR3 as of right now though, but those are good to have as always. Um, more Dido AAs are always good too. I see you have a bidder there, very nice. And that's pretty much it. Everything else though, it's self-explanatory. I would farm out more of the Iris D2 French DD guns. Your double efficiency there. Try to get more of these because these are very, very good DD guns that are farmable as of right now. One of the two best DD guns. So farm. Dump those double efficiencies at D2 and you get to go. Get those guns. Everything else though, we're looking good. Purple gear, don't want to talk about that too much though. It's just purple gear stuff. Everyone knows about that. What we got here for cog chips? Cog chips, that's a lot. I wish I had that many, but I have like 10k right now. Gold plates we're getting there. Everything else we're looking fine. Let's talk about PR stuff. PR1 done, very good. I hope they're all Fate Sim 5s, or you don't have to be Fate Sim 5, but this is honestly good enough. Alright, y'all, Fate Sim 5, very nice. Let's talk PR2 now. PR2, almost done. I assume this person might be done by now because it was submitted about 3 months ago. 3 months is perfectly enough time to get Ozma PR2. I'm going to assume this is done. If it's updated recently though, then probably not. But I'm assuming this person is done. Now PR3, we're getting there. This is about 3 months done too. So considering this person submitted this video or this account view 3 months ago, I assume they're either done with PR2 or PR3. So 2 seasons down, 1 more to go. You're about 3 months away. You should be able to finish before PR4 gets released, so you're good to go and you're on track to do whatever you want with your money because that's a lot left over. Fleet tech stuff, I will finish this up. And then we have OS stuff. I'm not sure what you want to talk about. Want me to talk about with OS stuff, so I'll give my critique about these fleets right now. I'm not sure which one's the boss fleet right here. I'm assuming the bottom one's the boss fleet. I'm not really into having Duke as a mob fleet because she has a really good debuff that's really good for bossing. So I'm not really a big fan of that. Perseus is fine. Neptune is whatever on the mob fleet. She can be okay. Kitakaze is fine. Z23 is fine. Now this right here, assuming you don't die, and you shouldn't die because Perseus should keep these girls alive, you're pretty good for the most part. I say the big thing you want to change is right now if you want this to be your mob fleet. I'm not a fan of Duke of York. I would replace her with the boss, someone in the boss fleet, like, I don't know, FDG maybe, because she has a side barrage and keep Monarch in the middle. But honestly, these two are way better on the boss fleet because they do way more damage output. And I'm not a fan of Neptune. Now, if you love using Neptune, ignore me and use her. Go ahead and do so. But I'm just not a fan of it. Also, using Bishimaru, which is a carrier cat. You have no carriers here except Perseus. You have 2 battleships. I would worry more about these 2 girls than Perseus. Even though Perseus has the preload damage or whatever, I would worry about these 2 ships. So, if you want to mix though, go for it. But I would say get 2 BB cats. But again, you don't work on cats, so there's that. Assume this is the boss fleet right here. Azuma is fine. Yuki Kazi, I'm not a fan of her having her here. I say for boss fleet, you want to have as much damage output as possible or some kind of buffer. So I would put maybe if you want to keep Helena here, that's fine. Some kind of buffer though, like or damage output, like Drake. Drake at 25 is okay. Toss her in there. This big damage overall. Rune can be okay. PR ships are really, really good for boss fleets because if you guys haven't noticed yet, when you're doing stronghold stuff, all the big bosses are Sirens, and PR ships have a 15% bonus on Siren bosses. So you want to kind of stack as much PR ships as possible when you do boss fleets because by default they have a 15% damage increase, so it's going to help out a lot. So I'm going to assume this is the boss fleet right here. I'm not a fan of Yuki Kazi right here. Seattle can be okay. If you don't have better options, go ahead and use her. But PR3 has a lot of good ships, and I see that right here. You have PR3 done, like Cheshire is good, Mines is good. You can slot those in place of Seattle if you want, because those 2 ships are very, very good. Now, I do say maybe Seattle might do a little bit more damage compared to Cheshire, but Cheshire has that cat paw print barrage, and it's pretty powerful. So, if you want this to be your boss fleet, do like Cheshire front, some kind of support in the middle. You can do whatever you want. I did London, but you can do whatever. Yukikaze just like support for the back line, but I guess you can be okay here for movement speed and put Azur in the back. If you want to use Seattle though, go for it. But I'm a fan of having 2 damage dealers and 1 support for Vanguard fleets. The backline's okay, but there's not much synergy going on. Now I will say this though. Do you have Hal? Because Hal, as of right now, I consider one of the best BBs in the game. If you have her leveled up, right here, I highly suggest using her because she's a very, very good ship. Accuracy buff and a reload buff, very, 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 very powerful. So there's that. So my critique on this fleet right here, Seattle. If you really like her, use her. If not, find a better damage dealer. Yukikaze can be here for now, but I would say find a better ship that can like buff the Vanguard or the backline, which either or both. The second fleet here, we need more synergy involving carriers. So in this case right here, I would say Curlew or Yuguri that can buff carriers are good. Sirius is also good. Rune can stay. Helena can stay if you really want her here. I'm not a fan of San Diego being here though, I'm not a fan of San Diego being in OS at all, if I'm being honest. So there's that. And for the last fleet right here, this one is okay. I guess it's for rushing because you want to kill things fast. But I'm gonna tell you as of right now, Ibuki and Noshiro don't really like benefit that much outside of a full IJN fleet because you're not gonna get the maximum benefits and the maximum buffs coming from it. So I believe as of right now, one of the best possible setups you can do as of right now for IJN is Nagato, Shokaku, Shinano. That's your backline. Ibuki, Noshiro, and it's one kind of flex slot for your Vanguards. People do Helena. People can do Ayanami. Some kind of like buffer or some kind of flex slot for your Vanguards right here. If you want to do that, go for it. But the Vanguard compositions can be definitely worked on as of right now. You want to make sure you have some good buffers, good durability, and good damage overall. Backline for the most part is not hard to figure out because you stack damage and you're good to go, right? But a lot of people struggle on Vanguards because, again, I've said this a lot of times, a lot of people in this game have a lot of backlines at like 120. So they're lacking on Vanguards. So you want to have a variety of 120 Vanguards to give you a more open selection of choices that you can pick with. So looking back on your Vanguards, here are my recommendations on who you should work on for Vanguards. Rune Moose, very, very good pick right here. Shokaku, very good. I would say work on her. Jian, very, very good. Prince Imrich, very good. Chappie, a good choice. Allergy, if you want full French, put her in there as well, especially if you play manual. Suzu's for events, but can be a good slot there as well. Hal, work on her as well. Centaur, if you want, also a good choice. Arc Royal, you're working on as of right now. Cheshire, very good there. Helena 120. Sirius as well, also a good choice. London's a good choice. And mine's a good choice. So Vanguards at right now should be your top priority. Get a wide selection right there and you're good to go. Now I'll say this though, OS is not hard. I've shown it many times that strongholds and all that other big fights or whatever, quote unquote big fights, are not that hard at all. But in case one day in the future, maybe by sheer luck or the developers are like, listen, let's turn our game pants on and make some hard content. You want to make sure you have a good variety. Whether it's World 14 or the next expansion to OS or whatever, you want to make sure you're ready, hopefully. So open that selection up, work on those Vanguards, get a wider selection on Vanguards, and you're good to go. So that's my tip for you. Ship development, Work on your cats as well. Don't neglect cats, even though they may not add much. Eventually, you're gonna get to the point in the game where there's nothing to really use your money on. Like once you're done with PR, what are you gonna use your money on, right? Limit breaking, awakening. That's it. But I don't think you grind enough for that. Cats. There you go. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys in the next one.